Now we got some NFL matchup. Sunday, Dolphins, red hot Dolphins. They're just good. Dolphins -3 at the Jets with Zach Wilson back at the helm. Over unders 44.5. We got a new Caesar Sportsbook promo for us here on the Power Hour, up to $1,250 risk-free on your first bet. All you got to do is use the promo code MORNINGFUL. That'll get you right there. Get you into $1,250. Use the link in the description of the video. You click on it, boom, bang, pow, get you right signed up. Nick Parsons, before you break this down, don't forget, guys, free 7-day consensus reports. All you got to do is text your name to 614-810-7522. Talk to me about some NFL, Nick.
Yeah, Miami 3-1 straight up and 3-1 against the spread. The Jets, they're 2-2 straight up, 2-2 against the spread. So of course the big news in this game is that Tua's out for the Dolphins. Then so that means Teddy Bridgewater takes over. Now Bridgewater is a great backup quarterback, and he'll have a chance to prove that this week.
Right.
But Miami has actually lost 5 of its last 8 on the road. Bridgewater, comes in having thrown 193 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception on the season, and he has still plenty of weapons around him. Of course, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, they've combined for 858 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. The ground game, though, has definitely been lacking for Miami this season. They're averaging just 69.3 yards per game on the ground. But the Dolphins, they've been good defensively. They allow 403 yards and 22.8 points per game. Bridgewater and the Dolphins, Lenny, they're now a favorite here on the road against a Jets team that's coming off an impressive 24-20 road win over the Steelers. You mentioned Zach Wilson is back. He returned from injury. He finished with 252 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. But I think Wilson can sort of settle down here at home, and I think he'll be better having had that one sort of awkward game under his belt there, and that one's out of the way. I guess, but the Jets don't really have a home field advantage or anything. They've lost 7 of their last 8 in New York. But regardless, I think everyone can agree that New York does definitely look better than it does last year in every aspect. The ground game is averaging 87.5 yards per game. The defense is only allowing 326.5 yards per game, but allowing 25.3 points per game. Funny enough, we're talking about ugly games and different things. I mean, Miami has so much attention to it, but without Tua in there, it's going to have a little bit less attention. But this is a critical early season divisional matchup. Divisional matchups are always the most important, and they almost always mean the most to the home side. If the Jets do win today, then they would be tied with the Dolphins at 3-2, just a game behind the Bills for the division lead. And so, for me, I'm going to grab the points. I like New York here. I like New York at home. Without Tua in the lineup, the Dolphins do have to make a lot of adjustments. I just think it's asking too much on, and I just think New York can take advantage of that. So I'm going to suggest grabbing those points.
I'll tell you what. I think Teddy Bridgewater looked good when he came in for Tua last week. He did look good. And Zach Wilson looked like he had some rust on him. He looked like he was just coming back from an injury. So I think he dusted off more of that rust, I should say. And I think he gets it done here. I think this is a close game, though. And if you're going to give me the home dog with points, I'm going to take it. So good job there, Nick Parsons. Jets +3. That's our pick. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Power Hours here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Until then, good luck, unless you're against us. Take care, guys.